Hi, welcome back to Metal Rules TV, where the underground meets the playground. I'm Jeff Rappaport.
I'm Mortal Joe.
I'm Scott Scarabino.
I'm David Rappaport.
So in the news, the Devil Wears Prada. They just inked a brand new deal with Roadrunner Records, which I thought Roadrunner went out of business or something.
Well, they closed all their European and Canadian offices.
That's it? They didn't close all together?
No, but they're still doing. I mean, Rush signed with them, so they have. They must be doing something still.
All right. So
But I know they closed all their overseas offices.
They were having some troubles.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of troubles. What do you got on the Devil Wears Prada? I'm interested to hear your opinion.
I don't know. I'm not really into it.
I like it. I was a fan. You know, it's I don't know, like, no, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it was something I would definitely want to see these guys live. You know, that's usually what intrigues me. Like, I not saying I liked every song on the album, but I want to see what these guys can do live. Because sometimes, like you see these bands, you hear their albums, and then you can see them like, whoa, their live show is so much better.
Right.
And I think these guys would put on a really good live show.
In the video, I was very confused with the random goats and the blood and the vegetables like falling from the ceiling.
That's not, well, in a lot of metal videos, there are goats.
Yeah.
I don't know about vegetables.
There was kind
blood
of
in
like
the
vegetables like
vegetables?
splashing from the ceiling. It was like splashed from the ground. Like
That's weird.
Any other thoughts on that?
I like the singing. It was very good. I like how the singing changed. I thought it was like very smart. I give it 8 out of 10 overall.
Oh, you like the change? You mean because there was like the real heavy vocals and the melodic vocals?
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed it up. I do know that.
This is what I wrote about. I said every time we talk about a band like this, I have to stand up a little to say that these guys are not posers. I mean, you know, when you say that, you know, it's not exactly commercial. You know, when these bands come out and they do the you know, like what we call the hot topic metal, where there's like the melodic vocals and then the heavy vocals. To say this is commercial is kind of ridiculous because it's still
very not commercial.
Yeah, it's still the heavy parts are still very heavy, and if you listen to these guys, the heavy parts are extremely heavy. It almost sounds like the pretty parts come in like it's like they're so infrequent. Like it's almost like the band's like practicing, and all of a sudden the guy's mom pops in the room, and they're like,
Yeah.
and then she pops back out, and they go,
But it seems like with them, there's more of those pretty parts on other albums than there are heavy parts.
on this band in particular.
Yeah.
I guess you know is there's the thing. I really don't mind the hot topic metal. I you know like you get a lot of flack for it, but you know it's like I guess because I didn't like it at first, and then like my daughter is a lot of people don't know you only see my son, but I have a daughter too who just turned 22. And she likes a lot of these bands, and I've taken her to see these shows. And when you actually get to see these shows, and you're like, these guys are fucking bringing it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
There's a lot of energy. So they're doing the pretty parts. It's like, that's just, you know, had we come in at a different time, we're older guys, maybe we would have dug this, you know, more.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? It's like we're coming in a different generation. So I also have a nice story to tell about these guys, which you might have heard before.
Okay, go
Stop
ahead.
me if you've heard it.
We will.
Have you heard the story before?
Marie?
Marie and I were in Disney on our vacation. It was like right when she was pregnant with Dave. Oh wait, was it that? Maria? Never mind. Anyways, we were there and we were at the Disney Islands, and there was like the Hard Rock Cafe over there. And the Disney Islands actually Exodus just got banned from playing there.
Okay.
You know, you heard of that in the news. So I saw Under Oath was playing there.
Under Oath?
Under Oath, the band Under Oath.
Yeah.
And that's like my daughter's favorite band. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So we were walking by there, and there was like these young guys outside, and then they were signing some autographs. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's Under Oath. I don't know what the fuck these people look like. So I walked over, and I'm like, you guys Under Oath? And they're like, no, we're the Devil Wears Prada. We're opening up for them. So they were really nice guys. We were talking to them for a little bit. I got an autograph for my daughter. And at that time, we don't like to pay for sweetener. So every time we're at restaurants where they give sweeteners away, you know, the blue packets, I always like take as many as possible. So Maria had a whole shitload of them, and when she was talking to them, they all fell on the ground, all over the ground. They were like, shoo. And the guys from Devil Wears Prada, especially the singer in particular, they all jumped on their hands and knees and helped Maria clean it up.
Oh wow,
Nice.
So they were like really nice kids.
that's cool.
So that's my Devil Wears Prada story. That's my name dropping for that one.
There you go.
It was
Awesome.
a very random encounter. It wasn't like we were looking for them. It's like we were like on vacation, and they were just Devil Wears Prada was just like they were just there. Actually, on the same vacation, or it might have been a different. I'm gonna have to do Disney trips. Do you remember this happening, Dave? So if you don't remember this, it must have happened. Where is Dave?
He's back there.
Yeah. If he doesn't remember it, then it must have happened on the other Disney trip. And then that same Disney trip,
What?
Marie and I were.
I was.
Were you there for when we went to Devil Wears Prada?
No, when Under Oath was playing, I wasn't like still a baby.
So you were at that.
Yeah, I was there.
Oh, so you were there for when we got the sugar and everything dropped on the ground. You were there for that?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was there for that. The first time we went to Disney, we had a similar encounter, except it was with a much bigger band. I was in the Nintendo game room, and I was playing a game, and I'm like, why is nobody over here? I'm like, do, and also they're like, excuse me, sir, we're trying to shoot a music video in here. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it. And I look over, and the guys were all standing over there, and they're all looking at me, and I'm like, hey, how's it going, guys? And then I walked out of the room, and I was like, who is that? Who's that band? And some girl goes, that's NSYNC. And I'm like, who? True story.
Who's in sync?
You don't want to know.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
I still remember clear as day standing there and like all them looking at me. They were like as far away as Maria. I'll stand there in a line waiting for me to move. They're just like, like NSYNC. I never heard of them. And
It's
then
like, wow, these games are so cool. Why is there nobody in here?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out why. 'Cause we were in this Nintendo game room that they had at Disney, and it was all packed except for this one section. I'm like, I'm going to this section where nobody's at. So I'm like playing the game, and all of a sudden I hear like, I'm like, huh? And they were all just standing there waiting to shoot the video.
While you're like sitting there.
It was right before NSYNC's album came out.
Wow.
But how random is that?
Was I in there with you?
Yeah.
Or were you in there alone?
No, that was before you were born. That was the last trip me and Mommy took before you were born. It was our honeymoon,
Nice.
actually.
Nice.
So NSYNC, Devil Wears Prada, they all somehow.
Maybe they could tour together. Like,
Yeah.
Where NSYNC opens up for Devil Wears Prada.
That'd be
all the fans
badass.
killed NSYNC.
Right now.
No, that would be badass. So that's pretty much all I have on Devil Wears Prada.
All right.
Nice kids.
All right.
I like their music. Let's go with it.
Let's go.
Hot Topic
Yeah.
Metal. I'm okay
Well,
with it.
Maybe I'll check it out sometime.
Woohoo.